Mark Thompson of Montreal, Canada. Ex-rocker is snatched to hell. The year 1998. Dolls rock music aliens. I was a rocker and I really liked the rock music genre. My room was decorated with posters of skulls and plastic skeletons. My t-shirts were monsters and I watched a lot of horror movies. My house was decorated with monster dolls. My life was disturbed. I could see shapes all over the house and I was suffering from insomnia. I was scared of these spirits. One of the plastic skeletons started walking and talking to me. They plastic dolls flew in front of me. Objects also flew away, leaving me scared. My parents live in the house next door. I was alone seeing that natural phenomenon. The lights went out and went on. And then a black smoke filled my room. The next day I went to the Catholic Church and prayed. I knelt near a saint asking for protection. I heard the saint laughing. I was scared and left the church. I was upset and told my parents everything that happened. At night I heard someone call me in the backyard of my house. I went to see what it was. I saw a horrible creature in front of me. This demon had big eyes and looked like an alien. I just remember that a force pulled me at high speed. I was transported to another place, full of trees with no houses. That monster transported me to this place. I had no idea where that was. I kept looking for my house, stopping people on the street. I spent all night hungry and without money, asking for information about my address. Until I found my house in the morning. My parents did not believe what I said. That ET-like demon kidnapped me and left me in a place full of trees. People who say they've been abducted by UFOs are mocked. I speak to everyone who hears me. Some people who speak these things tell the truth. The problem is they think these creatures are from other planets. Extraterrestrials are a class of demons that spread deceit on Earth. They appear to people to strengthen ufologist doctrine about the existence of lives on other planets. And when someone goes through the experience that I have passed but has no spiritual discernment, they say that aliens are invading the Earth, making people believe in these stories. People say they were abducted, but the term is not. They were transported to another place as I went. Satan appeared to Jesus in the wilderness and transported him to the city, then took him to a very high hill. This is not an abduction. The demons in these ends of time are more daring and appearing for the people. I was transported to another neighborhood away from home and could be taken to another country. I believe God did not allow them to take me to a place further. My parents noticed that I was upset and called the pastor to pray for me. I wanted to be free from all trouble. Before my deliverance, the demons used my dog to talk to me and possessed the decorating dolls. Even the plates and glasses of glass were moving. I was an 18-year-old who watched alien movies and drawings as well. I had extraterrestrial magazines. Everything I had was creating life. The pastor arrived at my house and I begged him to free me. I could not stand that traumatic life any longer. The spirit of suicide was driving me to kill myself to end that suffering. The pastor prayed for me. And my body did not resist and fell. He rebuked that legion that was in my body. When he cast out that evil spirit, the demon left my body and took my soul along. This demon took me to hell, while my body was dead to the ground. I was dead, but my soul stayed in hell. Out of my eyes came tears because of the pain and suffering of that place. The pastor was surprised to see my dead body crying. He said, "His soul is not in a good place, that's why he cries." I was in hell with that demon that took me. He looked at me and laughed, saying, "I have lived in you for many years. Today you have the opportunity to see me in person. I will introduce you to Satan." Rock music cartoons. The demon led me to a black throne. As I approached Satan, I began to sound cold, and a great fear invaded my soul. He looked at me and said, "There on earth I listened to my songs that were consecrated to me. All the posters of monsters that are in your room, they are pictures of my demons." I was terrified and urinated in fear. As I stood near him, my hair began to melt and fall to the ground because of the high negativity in his body. Satan said, "My demons cannot be seen on earth, and the only way they can be known is through television, as in horror movies and monster drawings." Satan said that his demons instructed the Satanists to make films and drawings with their faces. I have seen infantile demons like the Donald Duck, Sylvester the Cat, Longlegs and Woodpecker. I've seen the demons Incredible Hulk, Batman, Spider-Man, and Superman. I saw the movie demons like Freddy Krueger and Jason. It was not the writers who invented these movie characters. Before they went to television, they already existed. Only the demons inspired the writers to create their images in the movies. I saw the claws of Freddy Krueger in hell. The demons used to tear the souls apart. Famous pastors. I saw a demon with a large blacklist with the names of famous preachers. I saw the names of Mike Murdoch, Pat Robertson, and Jimmy Swaggart. They do not live what they preach and are in sin. Of these, I have quoted 2 of them preach prosperity to finance their evangelical enterprise. These known Christians are doomed when they die if they do not repent. Churches. The demon brought a list of churches that are theirs. They say they work within them with deception. It shocked me in such a way that it was very difficult for me to choose a serious church to congregate. The demon also had a small list. In this list, I saw some names of unknown people. Names of Christians who have no fame. But by living a holy life they posed a danger to the work of demons. I also saw a list of names of churches that have the mark of Jesus. Names of denominations that are dangerous. They held a meeting to divide and destroy these churches. I can say that holy churches to congregate in the world are few. Most denominations are down. Adultery. I walked in hell and I saw crowds of Christians. I saw a missionary there for having relationships with her husband, thinking about her pastor. She is there because of the adultery of her thoughts. She prostituted herself through the desires of her heart. Many Christians are in hell because of their malicious minds. I saw a pastor in hell for having sex with his wife, thinking about pornographic actresses. This was the only way he had found to satisfy his wishes alongside his wife. I saw a reverend of the Presbyterian Church in hell. He is there for making his wife a prostitute. In the sexual act. He watched pornographic movies and did the same thing with his wife. I thought I was alone in hell, but above me was a small white light that guided me in the darkness. Without the illumination of that light, I could not walk in that darkness. Alien demons, technology demons. I came to a place in hell, where I saw an army of demons. For the first time, a voice told me, "These are alien demons." And those armies of demons went up to earth. I wanted to know what the real goals of those creatures were. One voice said, "These are the demons of technology and science." The famous aliens I saw in many movies and drawings were gathered there. They had great brains for being intelligent. And architects of evil. I've seen demons in various forms like ant, cheap spider flies and other insect classes. They were hybrid creatures, part men and insect parts. They are very intelligent and they went up to earth. The voice told me, "These demons have modified the earth through their technological inventions. They have transformed the forests into cities, changing the nature and the whole planet that God created in human arts. These demons are responsible for activating the intelligence of many men. They have taught men their evil engagements, such as the making of weapons and bombs. Look how much technology is advancing. These extraterrestrial demons are working for it. They are computer geniuses and have worked for the technological advancement to modernize the machines. Not only computers but all types of machines. Robot demons. Another class of clever demons I've seen is in the form of robots. These demons were the first inventors of the first machines. Satan is envious of God who created everything out of nothing. I also saw demons in the form of iron skeletons. He had the idea of creating things similar to God's creation. He cannot create something out of nothing and use the raw materials already created to recreate something different. God created the fish and Satan, imitating God, created boats in the form of fish. Then he created the ships and submarine that are at the bottom of the sea that imitate the fish that are at the bottom of the sea. God created the animals of the earth and man. God created the chariots. Satan, to imitate, invented the cars. They look like animals with two headlights that are the eyes. The right and left doors are the arms of the car. The front hood is the head and the back of the car is the buttocks. The wheels of the car function as arms and legs. Just as a human being needs food to obtain energy to perform his physical activities, cars also need fuel to ride that works as energy. God created the birds that fly through the sky. And Satan created the airplane that flies and has beaks and wings. God created the serpent that is crawling. The devil created the subway and the train that is completed looking like a snake. The subway crawls on rails like snakes. Some domestic robots are being created in Japan with their human form. The demons have been working on technologies to be gods. For those who watched the movie Terminator of the future, the movie shows the world being invaded by the machines of other planets or dimension. What happens today is the world being invaded by the technology that are the robots of various films. These are considered aliens. Cinema and its Satanist writers are obsessed with aliens. They have recorded many films of extraterrestrials like Thor and the Superman that are of other planets. The reality is that the aliens are on our planet, which are all the intelligent technologies produced by genius demons. Television, cell phones. The television and cell phone and a talking robot. The old televisions had an antenna looking like an alien. In hell, I saw the demons that have an antenna in the head. They can convey the infernal powers to the scientists' minds. I saw a demon who had an antenna and is a red color. This antenna sent energy from hell to earth. This demon also makes packs for people to become famous on television. That's why he has an antenna in his head, and television has it too. What has been revealed to me is that this demon is of technology and offers fame to all who wish to enter into television. And it was he who made a pact with Roberto Bolaño and put him on Mexican television. Roberto sold his soul to this devil and managed to get famous and rich. He did the show of the El Chapulín Colorado. English, the Red Grasshopper, in honor of this demon who gave him fame and money. Some episodes of this series have scenes of travel to other planets in honor of this demon that is part of the alien demons. Roberto always put supernatural and obscure scenes on this El Chapulín show. I saw an old television in hell that has an antenna. All these televisions on land were connected with hell. I saw the antenna in hell giving out a negative energy. This energy rose to earth and connected to all the antennas of televisions. Today the antenna that receives this energy are modern satellites also receive this energy from hell. All the Earth's technology is alien because they are talking-looking robots that are alive. The computer has a memory that stores everything imitating the human brain. The word alien came from the word alienation. To alienate is to dominate the mind and take control of the brain, leaving people hypnotized. The Satanists invented the term alien. Technology dominates people, leaving addicts on cell phones, games, television, computer, and social networks. All of these are alien instruments that induce people to be robotically minded, leaving them with a hypnotized look. Society is human robots. Science and technology are being used to do evil. When Adam and Eve chose to eat the fruit of the knowledge of good is evil, automatically the demons took control of science and technology. Adam and Eve brought the alien demons with all their intelligence to rule the world from the day they ate the fruit of the science of evil. That white light that guided me to hell turned into an angel and took me out of that place of darkness, despair, and loneliness. My soul was back. My parents and the pastor were already worried about me, thinking I would not come back. They had spent an hour of crying for my soul and nothing had happened. My parents were tired of waiting and they gave up on crying out to God. They were already preparing to call for medical help. When they lost hope, I was breathing and scared. I spoke from my experience in hell to the pastor and my parents. That day was remarkable. I and my parents converted and joined the pastor's church. I cleaned my house of all abominations and burned the rock posters. I broke CDs of songs, together with DVDs movies. I tossed my monster shirts and rock leather jacket into the trash. I asked my dear pastor to spread this testimony to as many people as possible. May the peace and deliverance of God be upon all hearers. Amen.